Welcome back to Digitized Desperadoes. We're doing part B of the episode 12, where we are now talking about the Mobile Suit Gundam, the 08th MS team. It's the anime. Also, I figured out what that movie I was talking about was that Netflix bought in the previous episode. It was not Stanley Kubrick. It was freaking Orson Welles. It's The Other Side of the Wind. I just had to get that out of the way. Sorry. Anyways,
So that immediately dates the video. Thank you.
it does, but like I just
When are we
needed
not?
to.
There's a date on the thing of when this was
Okay,
posted
okay.
on the YouTube upload.
We are no longer timeless.
I don't think we
When
were
were
timeless ever.
When were we gonna be?
Okay, let's go on. Okay, let's get this out of the way first. We are now watching Miller's Report, which is the recap movie,
There was a movie?
and we are not watching Battle in 3 Dimensions, the 9-minute short they made 5 years ago.
Is that another thing like labeled 08th MS team or something?
Yes.
That's weird.
We're watching the 12-episode OVA appearance.
Yeah, which had a very, very troubled development. If you looked into it at all, I did, because of course I did.
Yeah.
If you
Tell us about
noticed-
it.
If you noticed in the show, there was a very noticeable difference in directing from episode 1 through 6 to the rest of it. That's because the director died.
Oh
Ooh.
fuck!
Jesus.
The director of the first 6 episodes was doing his first. He was in the industry. He did some animation stuff, but this is his first directing. It was his debut, and he died in a car crash in the middle of production.
Oh no.
So he was only able to direct the first 6 episodes. So I'm pretty sure it went on a hiatus. Let me check real quick. I think it went on like a 1 or 2
It says
year
the
hiatus.
release
Yeah, if I
on
remember
the
correctly,
wiki.
release dates. It's pretty
yeah.
distant.
It's
1996 to
99.
99. Yeah.
So yeah.
And hang on, I can't find it, but I'm pretty sure it went on a 1 or 2 year hiatus, and they switched directors to
Umenosuke.
Umenosuke Ida,
Yeah.
who did a bunch of early Ghibli. He did some Lupin in the 80s. He worked on Cowboy Bebop, Big O,
Ooh.
All right.
and he became the head of Gundam, the 08th MS team. And I'm sorry, he's a much better director.
I was gonna say, unfortunately, I was gonna be like, I think the second half was better, but now I
the
feel
first
bad
half
for
is,
saying
like,
that.
I could, even.
I thought it was
with
just
when I was
anime
watching the
being
first half, I'm like,
anime.
I'm not getting quite into this, but then you get to the back half, and it's like, okay, things have picked up.
I just
I'm
always
gonna
thought that was just anime being anime, where it always sucks at the beginning.
I'm gonna be real. When I started this, I was like, I was right. This is bad sci-fi where it's boring and slow and has.
No, even
fights.
I was like, kind of like
same.
early on. I was like, this isn't
I was
too
I
hot, and
thought
then it
I
got
was
better.
I was watching this. I'm like, oh, Connor has hit a point.
I was so ready to be like, I told you so, but the last 6 episodes are really good.
Yeah.
I win.
I mean, rest in peace, the other director.
I do not wish death upon
didn't know
anybody,
that.
even if
I
they
just knew
directed
that this
something I didn't.
had a long
like.
cycle of release. I didn't know that was even a thing.
And that's pretty normal for OVAs. They're usually released strangely. Like Kubikiri was every month. They did 1 episode.
What was it?
But
Was
that's
it
the thing with
Diebuster
OVAs
or
is you have
Gunbuster?
all the time.
Gunbuster was over a long period of time.
Yeah, it was like over like a year or something. And it's 6 episodes.
That's just because production actually took that long.
Yeah.
And also, that was a very early days Gynax. They didn't exactly have crazy money.
They
And
had
they're
like
also not
no
good
money
at
by the end
spending
of
their
that.
money.
When did Gynax have good money?
I don't think Gynax has
enough.
ever had good money.
Well, no, Evangelion, and then they used all of it.
Again, they never had good money. I watched a video on the history of Gynax. Apparently, like, they got like funding by like Namco at one point and then lost it or some shit.
I believe it.
It was something crazy like that.
But okay, back to the Gundam.
Goddamn robots, yeah.
Okay, so let's discuss the first couple of episodes because they're bad. They're really bad.
Yeah,
It's
I kind of don't remember what happens the first half of the show.
Okay, episode 1 is literally a space war, and I was like, Mitch, you lied to us. This isn't ground forces. This is normal Gundam.
Yeah.
And the first episode is just
here's Shiro and Aina meeting in space.
And
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
He uses the ball.
I hated that. Okay, the ball part was cool, but I hated them talking. They played this ridiculous saxophone track over just a normal conversation because it's romantic.
Yeah, I thought this was gonna be another, like, okay, as much as I love Metal Gear Solid and like war bad plots, I thought this was gonna be another goddamn, but look how similar you are to the enemy kind of plot. It's like, oh, shut up. I've seen this so many times, so often recently.
I mean,
but I think by the end of the show, they make enough other points about the situation, plus that one.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
That there is enough to like
it's not
warrant
bad.
it. Yeah.
But another thing I'm just going to address right now. It really looks like they have powerful women in this show. They don't. They're lying to you.
Okay, there's
useless.
a freaking part where Karen, she has her Gundam, and she's like, she looked like she was gonna be a badass. She looked like freaking the main character of Alien. Like, I thought she was gonna be awesome, and then like, she gets her Gundam's head punched off immediately in this one fight.
Yeah, that's like the final battle or something.
And it's like, what?
Okay. She has two kinds of scenes after the first episode. She has, I am being hit on by Elidor, or I look like I'm going to do something cool, but I don't, which is one scene.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because they have the scene near the end where she is about to kill Shiro for defecting, which was great.
Oh, yeah.
But we'll get to that. But I swear nothing happened to her. She just didn't shoot.
No, she fired, but she like misses.
I think
she shoots a building.
I think she just kind of said to Command that he got away or something like that.
And then she just sort of lets him go.
I don't remember her shooting. I just remember them cutting away and never going back to it.
She shoots, but she doesn't hit him.
Okay. Also, the first 6 episodes, not to bring back Metal Gear, but the whole thing is just, can love bloom on a battlefield?
Yes, I was about to mention that also.
They ham it up so much. They're like,
it's so bad.
Kiki's in love with Shiro, but Shiro's in love with Aina, but flipping Mikkel, oh my god, Mikkel, I want him to die.
God.
It's poor BB, who is shown once in the series and cheats on him.
It's at the end.
It's, yeah. It was really
also,
annoying.
They do the naked bath trope.
Yeah, and then there's like a really weird bit of dialogue that I had written down because it really just kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Where the girl, what's the girl's name?
Aina.
She's like young, right?
Which girl?
The younger one.
Kiki. It's Kiki.
Yeah. She's like young, right?
It's not really established. I don't think there's any ages ever said.
I assumed she was like, 13, 14, but the show kind of makes her seem like 20.
I don't know, because the dub, at least, there's this conversation where the guy's like, I wasn't looking at you like that. You're like a kid. And then she's like, well, if I'm a kid, why were you watching? And then he just goes, because you're nice to look at. And I'm like,
yeah,
what the fuck is this dialogue? What is this?
It's more like, the way they delivered it in the sub was more like, you're a beautiful woman, so you deserve being looked at.
It's not a good. I do not stand by these opinions. I'm just saying how bad they are.
They do like reverse Stockholm syndrome of Kiki, where like she has no reason to fall in love with Shiro, but she does.
Yeah,
that's bad. I like Kiki. I like her.
She's a good character, but like, it's just weird what they do with her.
She'll say, idiots, but I imagine in the sub those are babaka.
What?
Moments where Kiki, like there's a few moments in the dub where she calls like Shiro an idiot. And so I imagine for you, Connor, in the sub, it's a Babaka moment.
Did you watch the dub as well?
Yes, I also watched the dub.
Oh.
That voice acting, though, on that dub, you gotta tell me it's not good.
It's not very good.
It's a bad dub, especially freaking the main guy.
Yashiro has some lousy...
He's, like, yelling out stuff like, "Don't you die on me!" But he's, like, delivering it all so poorly, it's laughable and kind of cringy at times. But my favorite, I gotta mention this, the character Yuri Kellern.
Yeah, the one guy from Zeon who's...
His voice actor is the fucking janitor from Ned's Declassified.
Oh no!
What a weird connection.
Also known as he's also does Cosmo and Timmy Turner's dad.
Seriously?
Yes!
What? I would never have guessed that from his voice in the dub.
Yes, it's that guy. I'm like, this guy sounds really familiar, and I can't put a finger on it, but I know he's from Nickelodeon. And sure enough...
Wow, that didn't click with me.
The only name I recognize from the dub is Michelle Ruff, and she's kind of done everything.
What else did she do? Big names.
Hang on.
You're just gonna pull up the list.
Hang on.
There was voices that did sound familiar.
Okay, so Kiki's dubbed voice actress is Mine Fujiko.
Okay.
Yoko Littner.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
Yeah. The point made.
I don't think she's the Lupin we watched. I don't think she's that Mine Fujiko.
Okay.
They changed a lot.
Current series like going on
She did some of the OVAs.
Okay.
I actually don't know who currently voices it. Whatever. It changes every time. Oh yeah, she's also the flippin'. She's the teacher from Persona 5.
Oh shit! Dub Norris is also dubbed Rossio.
Wow, Gurren Lagann.
Rossio.
Gurren Lagann.
Gurren crossover.
They went up from here. That's all you need to know.
Yeah. Well, no, I think Norris doesn't know it. Norris is... Can we talk about my boy Norris?
No.
Which one was Norris?
Norris
was the guy who has the blue Zaku with the sword.
The guy near the end who was
that guy where they like kind of made him into a protagonist at the last second?
Yeah, he was like, I'm gonna die for Aina because I'm a good person.
Yeah, I'm like, that's really nice and all, but like, where did this come from?
Well, okay, that part was cool because it showed an actually competent Zaku pilot.
Yeah.
But I liked it because it framed... Okay, the whole series, it starts out with, you think, okay, Federation are the good guys. Like, very clearly the good guys. Like, Aina's alright, but we don't really know that yet. We haven't seen her when actually in enemy forces.
Mm-hmm.
But then later on you go and you're like, okay, Aina's good. We get this. And then you go even further and you're like, okay, Gineas is bad. Does that mean all of the Zeon people are bad except Aina? And then you go even further and you're like, oh, no, it's just Gineas.
Pretty much. Gineas is explicitly a prick, and everyone else is pretty much okay.
Actually, everyone's like really, really nice. Like, with Yuri, the scene with Yuri where
he legitimately cares about all of his other soldiers.
Yeah.
He was like, no,
I'm happy to have you alive.
I will die for my people. And then Shiro's just like, I'm gonna fight for friendship or whatever he says. And then Yuri's just like, okay, if you want to spare us, I will run away.
Yeah.
It was really heartwarming.
I think that kind of also does tie into what I think are the stronger points of the series is or this specific spin-off is rather than just saying war bad, it has a kind of good trope or the kind of good plot line of wars are not won by killing your opposition. It's about making allies. The more allies you have, the more people you save is how you win a war. And I agree with that.
Yeah.
That was 100% what I loved about this. And what I loved about Thunderbolt 1 is that it shows that in war, your allegiances...
There's good and bad people on both sides.
Your allegiances are never never like
they're never perfect.
You never know who you're going to like in each
Yeah.
fight and who you're going to want to kill. Like that scene. Let me find the episode. It was really good. I think it's episode 8. Yeah, it's
What are they
episode
fighting?
8. It's episode 8 where the Zeon people are in Kiki's village.
Oh, and they're like, you can't cross through our village, and they're like, why not? We have giant robots, and like we can't. And then they like actually talk it over.
In the beginning, the chief, the woman who's in charge, sees that they have like hit like camouflaged forces, and she's just like, whatever, we'll go in anyway. We're not gonna kill them. We're just gonna be nice. And then that other guy screws it up.
Yeah.
And I was like, I got emotional. I'm like, oh my god, I don't want these people to die. They're good.
And then it all goes horribly wrong for everybody.
And with Shiro killing her at the end, I'm like, oh my god,
yeah.
that's like, oh, I'm getting emotional right now just thinking of it.
And then there's a whole
gets fucking blown away.
It gets god, like
sucks.
The whole hospital ship and everything.
Oh yeah.
Where she's like, all right, I want a ceasefire because these are people that are the injured, which in like actual warfare is a rule. You're not supposed to shoot at injured people or if anybody that has a Red Cross. That's like
crime.
Yeah, it's a war crime. I mean, I'm gonna assume in the Gundam universe there isn't such a laws in place, but
it's the future. Who knows if the Geneva Conventions exist anymore?
I'd hope that people are still decent enough to say, okay, that person's already injured. Let's just let them leave. But you can never tell. But I love that whole sequence where she's like, all right, I'm going to step out of the damn Gundam just to show you I'm not going to shoot you. And then the fucking asshole behind her is like, fuck you.
I really
the ship getting blown up is like almost drives Aina to like lose it and fire, and then she sees Shiro and she realizes, oh wait, no, I can't do this.
Yeah, I really wanted Aina to just pull a gun on Genius, like really bad.
He deserves it. I mean, yeah.
Genius is the only person in this show that completely deserves what he got.
He's like, just actually evil.
Which I mean,
he poisons all of his like comrades in the scientists, and then he blows them up with a grenade.
That sounds like something like actual Nazis
one-liner. No, he has the fucking Bond one-liner where Aina's like, "Where are all the other guys?" And he's like, "They're probably off getting drunk somewhere."
Yeah.
That grenade was so extra.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't need to. They were already dead. He just did that for the hell of it. Oh yeah, another point I wanted to make about Norris was I was expecting it was going to be a whole, Norris is also in love with Aina, and then he's going to find out about Shiro, and they're going to fight about it. But then you get to Aina tells Norris, "Hey, I see you as a father," and he accepts it. He's like, "Yeah, that's an honor." He like isn't mad about it or anything.
He seemed a little unhappy. He seemed like, I guess I didn't have a chance.
Really happy with it. He's like,
oh really?
Doesn't seem to have any kind of misgivings about it. He's very like accepting of it.
Okay, in the sub, he's just kind of like, oh, I guess I didn't have a chance.
No, in the dub, he's like, oh, this is an honor. He like really is okay, content with it.
I like that better. I like Norris.
From what it sounds like, I think the dub's writing was better, but damn, those deliveries on some of those lines were just awful.
Yeah.
Also, the whole ending with all the children, they had some really bad child voice actors.
Okay, I have a lot to say about the last episode, but let's focus on the other stuff right now.
All right.
Okay. Random note before we move way on. In episode 10, when they're, I believe, finishing the Gideon's weapon, I forget what it's called, the Absolus, they installed DirectX to it.
Wait, really?
Yes. That is in the console, is installing DirectX, which cracked me up.
I mean, hey, good on DirectX. I don't know what company owns that. We still use that, so sure. Was that DirectX 1000 at that point?
We didn't mention Elidor much. We didn't talk about him.
Elidor, yeah, let's not talk about him.
Yeah, he's just kind of sucks. I thought for sure he was dead the moment that he said, "Oh man, my music career is gonna take off."
Yeah, that's what I was expecting. He was gonna.
I'm kind of mad that he didn't.
He totally makes it.
How about his epic moment where he said, "I'm defecting to the Zeon Union."
Yes, I also have that as a fucking.
No, that was hilarious.
And I smell women. Great quotes, Eleanor. That is a real quote from the sub, by the way.
It says I think there was something similar in the dub. I don't remember where though.
That episode 5, is the worst.
Is that the one where they break out of jail by getting in a fight?
Okay. Wait a minute. There was a good scene when they were running away from the Zeon camp, and they were together and they were all beat up. That was good. But when they're having the stupid fist fight, okay, I hate Mikkel. Take out Mikkel. Kill him. I don't care. Just get him out of there.
Yeah. Did he do anything the whole show?
He was the
He provided backup.
He
almost kills Shiro while they're in the desert.
He got advice from Kiki.
Yeah.
Kiki,
stomps him on the face because he almost kills Shiro in the desert.
He writes letters to BB.
Yeah. And then stops.
And then she marries another guy.
Yeah.
And has a kid, probably while he's writing letters to her.
Yeah.
Love really can bloom on the battlefield, though.
Stupid.
Okay, in episode 6, which is the ultimate, it's the scene where Kiki is all like, "Shiro, you don't understand love," and Shiro's just like, "This is a war zone. Shut up and leave." I was really on Shiro's side. I was like, "Shiro, yeah, you're a true soldier. You're keeping civilians away from the
Yeah, the war.
Place, like stray bullets. Like, good job, Shiro." And they tried to act like he was the bad guy.
Also, did you guys see during the different ED during episode 11? Like, did you watch?
I did notice there was a different ending, but I wasn't sure. I thought maybe like it was just some Mandela effect bullshit, where like maybe I was remembering it wrong.
No, because at the end of it, it shows like Shiro and Aina walking away, and you see Shiro's like lost his leg from the blast.
Oh, you mean when they're walking into the cave?
Yeah, they were like exiting the cave. And you see, like, oh, they did not get out unscathed. Shiro lost a leg.
Yeah, because they don't show that in in episode 12.
Well, you see he's on a crutch.
Okay, yeah, he
really obvious like it is, because like in that ED with end of episode 11, like they're in silhouette, and you can clearly see like Shiro's on a crutch and he's like missing one of his legs.
Yeah.
Blasted.
My last note before anything on like the last episode, episode 10 ends on a screen that says "to be conducted." Is that like a thing?
Yeah, that was weird.
It said conducted, not concluded.
I didn't see that. That might have been a dub thing.
It just said "to be conducted," and I still don't understand what that means, and I don't know if that was like a mistranslation.
I think it's supposed to be an attempt at either concluded or continued, and they just messed up.
Okay.
If you mean episode 10...
Yes.
Yes.
I have no idea.
Part 1 of the...
It says the words "to be conducted," and I was very confused by that.
I was also like, what? I was like, that's not right.
Okay, so that probably is a typo for real.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So on to episode 12.
Okay,
Zeon kids.
Okay, I read some comments, and I don't know much about Gundam, but from what I understand, the kids are very specifically from other Gundam lore.
Oh.
Like, I don't know.
So from like post 1 Year War, which is all we know.
I don't think those characters are, but the facility they were from was name dropped very clearly, and in the comments people are like, "Oh, that's from this Gundam," you know?
Okay.
Okay. So that's from like later on in the
like
timeline,
child experimentation,
which is why we didn't understand the second part of Thunderbolt, because that's later in the timeline.
Yeah.
That's what really bothered me, because I literally wrote a note that this feels tacked on with just the kids. I'm like, this feels like it's from a different Gundam, like I'm watching a different show. Which they really fix it in the second half. Like Oh my god, I love this ending. People hate this ending. I looked up a bunch
I
of
liked it.
people
Alright.
Once it becomes realized, oh, they're all named after everybody.
Yeah.
Gundam.
It's like,
Gundam fans. Oh yeah, I had a moment when they did that. I'm like, oh my god, that's so sweet that Shiro named him after all his pals.
You feel it really hard.
Yeah, what was I gonna say?
Like, you just see him at Shiro and Aina at the end, and they're happy living in a cabin, and Aina's pregnant, and it's like,
okay. From what I understand, the Gundam series doesn't do happy endings, but I'm so glad they gave them a happy ending.
Shiro and Aina deserve it.
I really thought they were gonna kill off Aina when they shot when.
Oh yeah, I thought
Oh,
she was
yeah,
as
yeah.
good as dead when she got fucking shot in the throat. Thank goodness the clock was there.
That's stupid watch. Guinness's watch, by the way. Apparently, this is considered one of the best Gundam by Gundam fans.
All right.
Whether you can trust that, I don't know.
Yeah,
but they typically hate the ending because it's really sentimental and like, oh, happy end.
No, they deserve happy end.
Because if you think about it, pretty much everyone survived.
Yeah, no one died.
I think that's
Genius dies, and that's it.
That's one of the reasons I like this one a lot, because it just with a lot of the Gundam shit, a lot of it just is like the war is bad, and I'm just kind of sick of it right now.
Did you say you didn't like it much?
No, I liked this one because it wasn't as heavy-handed with the whole war bad, and it did have the happy ending, so like I'm just kind of sick of that plot right now.
You just want a break from war bad.
I think if the original director had stayed, we would be watching a completely different show.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Because what he was setting up in episodes 1 through 6 doesn't seem at all what happened in the other 6 episodes.
Yeah.
Because like you get the whole plot of them doing the inquiry to Shiro, asking him, can you pull the trigger on an enemy soldier? And it's like, oh my god, can he? Like, now that he knows that they're a good
straight up says, I don't know if I can answer that right now.
I mean, he immediately goes and does it, but...
Yeah, he does, but he doesn't feel good about it.
Yeah, and I don't feel good about it.
He's thinking about what he's doing now.
And that's, I love Shiro. He's such a well-written character. I don't think I like any other character, but I think Shiro makes up for it. I hate the romance.
Yeah.
It's really bad.
It's pretty bad until, in my opinion, the scene where they're, like, unfreezing the ice. I thought that part was cool, but that's just, like, random survival bullshit that I always like. So, take what you will from that.
Well, I like their relationship. I just don't like the reasons for it. Like, oh, we're on both sides and fated to be apart.
Star-crossed lovers, Romeo, Juliet.
But it's war.
I'm pretty sure
on the battlefield.
I'm pretty sure star-crossed literally means doomed, and people use it wrong all the time. Whatever.
I mean, they were doomed, but they just happened to actually have a good ending for once.
Make it out.
By all accounts, it really shouldn't have worked out, but they got lucky.
It did.
Yeah, you'd think they would track them down or something.
I mean, they were trying.
No, they were presumed dead.
Well, no, I meant like the actual military.
Yeah.
Still.
They
presumed them that they died in the fucking tackling the Apsalus into a volcano. Or mountain or whatever.
For what could have been a terrible atmospheric shooty slapstick whatever, it turns into something really profound and emotional in the second half.
Yeah.
That's my review.
Yeah. So what's the scores is?
But the first 6 episodes are really bad.
Yes, the first 6 episodes kind of bring it down for me.
I kind of don't remember the first 6 episodes that well at all. So, yeah.
Yeah, they're terrible.
So, yeah, ratings on this one. Who wants to go first?
I think I'll rate it a very tentative 7.
I think mine's also a 7 on this one. The beginning's, not that great. It's not the worst thing I've seen by far, but just what they did with it at the end, I think it was all good in the end. I don't know.
I gave this 7.5 because I definitely liked this more than I liked the second bit of Thunderbolt, but not as much as the first bit of Thunderbolt. So it goes in the middle.
Okay. In terms of Gundam, if you don't like robots, watch Thunderbolt 1 because it's just amazing. If you do like robots, watch Thunderbolt 1 and this. Like, I can recommend this. Like,
and if you just really like Gundam, then
totally.
you probably already watched it all. So then you've already watched part 2 of Thunderbolt.
Okay, if you like genre sci-fi, watch this. It's pretty good. I can recommend it.
Also, I don't think we talked about this. The visuals are really good. I liked them.
Yeah,
They're very 90s.
Like, there's the one moment where
anime.
they're in the desert and like the jet flies through the smoke, and it's really well animated.
I didn't notice anything.
It was not outstanding, but like if you like that 90s anime aesthetic, then it's purely that.
They're in full force.
And I don't think there was any moment where it felt like really cheap, or there was like any background characters with like a hilariously low amount of detail, or nothing like that.
No, there are some scenes.
Oh, there are some?
Yeah,
I guess I wasn't paying it that close attention
that's
to
how
it.
it be. It's the 90s. What you gonna do? Hell, that shit happens now.
I don't remember any quality queen moments.
You're slightly zoomed out enough, and then it's, that's not quite right.
I mean, off frames happen in any animation.
Yes.
Nowhere
You can't avoid it.
But I didn't. I would call it competent. I wouldn't call
So
it.
wait,
I wouldn't say it's a
love the
masterpiece, but I
OP
do
of
like
this
the
show.
designs of all the
I like
mechs
the
and stuff like
opening.
that.
What'd you say?
I like the OP.
It's pretty good.
I skipped it.
Good.
I thought the animation was good. The songs, it's kind of like boring.
I skipped it. Like, no hesitation on the second episode.
Because I wanted to get it done sooner, but no.
Well, you guys are bad at budgeting your time.
True.
I'm slightly better than him.
Hey, we made this work out in the end. Whatever.
I didn't watch it an hour
like-
before the podcast. I
it's
watched
like
it the
2
same
a.m.
day
right
as the
now.
podcast. It's 1:49 a.m. I'll have you know.
Okay, round it up.
Anyways, I guess
So
we're going
we
on
all-
to suggestions for next week.
Is it showdown time?
Showdown.
Showdown.
Bang, bang, bang.
Movie first.
All right.
RoboCop.
Wow. Okay.
So
Not even gonna
RoboCop.
preface this. It's just
You're-
RoboCop.
You're getting
RoboCop.
kind of the bad. You're getting kind of bad at the like. Oh, I'm going to name drop this a couple of days before I recommend it. Stop doing
No,
that.
I think he just really wants to watch RoboCop.
I just need to do it. I need to. You need to see RoboCop.
Also, sci-fi again. I hate you, Mitch.
This is okay. Okay. Hey now.
No. Stop.
Okay, going forward.
At the very least, you get to pick your show, and you could pick whatever you want.
Because this is revenge for
Oh no!
For,
what are we making?
2001, and now I guess RoboCop, even though I'm probably gonna like it. We're going to do Paradise Kiss. It is a 2005 romance drama by Ai Yazawa, who wrote Nana, which is probably one of the best anime I've seen. From what I understand, it's about what is it? Fashion design students, like late high school age.
Man, this sounds like something I'd absolutely hate, but I got to watch 2001 anyways.
Yeah, that's what this is my revenge on the world.
Well,
So, good luck.
hopefully it's better than my expectations, which
It'll
are
be better.
my expectations will just say are not very high for it.
Okay. I feel like sometimes you guys are cruel to me because I recommended only yesterday, which you guys seem to hate.
I know
Yes.
you also recommended Fujiko Mine, which was really good, so I'll give you that.
Yes, your track record is cleaner than
Yes.
Minor Max's.
I just
Yes.
like hating on Only Yesterday whenever that comes up because I really just didn't like that.
It
Okay,
wasn't
only
good.
yesterday has problems.
Yes, many.
But this will be better because this is, not artsy, and it's more. You're probably gonna laugh during this show.
We're watching RoboCop as a movie. You're gonna. Don't worry. No,
I've already thought of a thumbnail for this. Just put the
Nice.
put the main character of the show on RoboCop's body. It's gonna be great.
We're done, folks.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night.